May you live all the days of your life. Quote of the day, let's get to it. Bitcoin, to start us off on the 4 hour chart. This is where you want to focus on for the next several days. We need to see a breakout, long consolidation phase, just like we had back here. Still relatively similar. After the move up, you go sideways. This last one was about, almost 7 days, 6 days, 8 hours. You see that there, right? Remember on the 4 hour. How about this one? Since our move up, where are we now? 6 days, 16 hours. So still relatively similar, but maybe we can expect a move up or down in the not so distant future. Maybe over the weekend. Coming next Wednesday, we have the big FOMC meeting. A lot of announcements there, so maybe we'll kind of remain relatively calm until then. So all alerts set to next Wednesday. Remember, be there or be square. Showing my age. All right, so let's kind of look at this in a more in-depth fashion here. The consolidation phase, right? We looked at this yesterday on Twitter. Posted the breakout here, right? Why did we break out? We closed a outside of this rectangle pattern here, right? So you look at your highest closes there. We got our foreshadowing right there at that candle, and then the breakout, right? So maybe we need to look for that again, and I'll give you a simpler way to do this shortly. So looking at this, right, you see that. So whichever way we close first, not necessarily a wick, because we closed a wick right there, right? We've wicked to the top and bottom on both of these consolidation boxes multiple times. So you need to see a close, and that just improves your odds of continuing in that direction, like we did right back here. So an easier way to draw this, right, to get less speculative and draw it more accurately, is to put it on the closing prices. Then you can get a real you can kind of cinch up this box here and really get your closing, right? You see the breakout there. That's what we're looking for. So something above a closing price to the upside or downside. Upside's 23,350. You can see that. And to the downside on the current 22.5. Also, note that 22.5 is likely going to be somewhere really close to that 50 EMA in the green there. So watch for that. How about our indicators? Do we have any help from there? No. The answer is a blatant no. Why? They're all dead center, right? You see this? There's not much you can go up or down here, right? If they were, cranked out, right, relative strength, right, you maybe get some info out of that. But even the ADX and the I is battling, right? We're battling here, not doing much. The ADX down low in the orange, right? Until that's above 25, there's not much that can be taken seriously with this. So we're just still fooling around, and it's really a coin flip at this moment. So anyone claiming what's going to happen next absolutely does not know, and this is more proof of that. So just watch for the price action. The best thing you can do is look for support and resistance levels to be broken, previous lows, previous highs, all that good stuff. So having said that, let's zoom out to a bigger scale on the weekly and see if we can watch anything. Actually, first, I would like to go look at the 5-day Gaussian channel. That is where the secrets lie for the big stuff, right? Historically, if you were to only accumulate coins at the bottom underneath the Gaussian channel on the 5-day and then hold until it's 10-20% above the 5-day Gaussian channel, and then just sell, right? That's probably the easiest thing you could possibly do for yourself, but that's difficult to do. Look at that 170% move up. So just watch that, mirror that, and watch for next time we get above. We have a long ways to go. Probably going to be, years, right? It's probably still years. Probably looking at 2025, I would guess. Maybe mid 2025 until our next kind of peak cycle. But right, 5-day Gaussian channel red turns green. Wait for your price action to get on top, and then you can be much more certain that the bull run has not only started but getting ready to go bigly. Right, so that's what we're doing. How soon could that possibly start? I'd give it, depending on what the price does. If we were to just continue straight up, it would probably take till summertime, May, June, July. Not likely going to continue straight up, right? So even after that, I would guess before the big stuff starts to happen, you can kind of predict that out. So where are we now? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're coming in into the Gaussian channel, our next resistance point, which could likely not be that far ahead, maybe 24, 25K, depending on, when we do this. Remember, these are 5-day candles, so this one closes in 3 days. Probably going to at least another 30 days before we either get a clear rejection or just a complete fallout, right? Last time, right, we entered, right? Look at this. Rejection off of the median Gaussian channel on the 5-day right there, right? See that wick? That was the last time we were in this channel, and now we're back in it. So if we were to go to it today, right, it's a 25.8. You know, week over week, another 5 days, 3 days, 8 hours from now, it'll probably update to around 25K, which is coincidentally the top of this candle over here, right? Which is coincidentally, if you zoom out to the weekly, right? Let's remove the Gaussian channel, and it's also at the 200-week EMA, that purple line. Also the 50-week EMA, right? 25K seems very bigly on a lot of different charts. That's what you want to be looking for a true, big resistance level. I would say that's going to be it, right? And you could even draw that as a zone, like kind of the tops of these candles here, this wicks, and then, somewhere in that area, right? Maybe we have a wick even higher than it, right? With the momentum. But, you can draw this out like maybe to there, right? This lower wick, that's around 25.5 to 24K. So if we get up in that area, then, if you bought anywhere in here, maybe, do yourself a favor and you maybe set a stop loss in case we roll back over hard, or, take a little bit of profit off the table just in case. You can always buy back in later, because if we go above 25.5, we are going strong, right? This is huge to be able to cut through all that. That's our last really local high. And then the bears would be pretty much all assassinated at that point. Yogi the Bears, we don't mind them. You just got to watch out for the Kodiaks. So that's where we're at on the weekly. The indicator is still looking pretty good here, right? ADX and DI has flipped bullish. MFI, playing out that bullish, divergence, right? The price is going down. We finally flipped that. We have momentum on the stochastics. The RSI is above our 10-year bullish bearish flip levels, right? If you don't know that, right, you definitely knew. Talk about that a lot, kind of right in that area. If you look at any time we're above there, much more bullish. Bull markets, bear markets, right? That's probably the most defined line on an RSI chart you're going to find. And that goes back much more in history, all the way back to like 2010. So you can look that on the BLX if you're so inclined. But we need to hold this. If we come back down, we want to hold like we did back here, right? Like we did back here, right? 54 roughly, right? On that, on the weekly RSI for Bitcoin, that's what we're looking for. So watch for the weekly close. Remember, we've gotten a blue hash ribbon buy signal, which historically doesn't happen that often. Our last one was back in August of 2021. Turned out pretty well. We went up from, like 30K to 69K. That was pretty good. Historically, you see all these back in here. That's rare. The past 10 years, we've probably only got 10 buy signals. So they just happen to all be in that 2020 when it's kind of flipping the switches. So not to be ignored, right? Something worth noting for sure. That's just Bitcoin miners coming back online, full recovery, and profitable again. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. Flip the thumbs up if you like the video, and follow us on Patreon and Telegram if you'd like more content. Let's get to car of the day, and it's a doozy. The Lamborghini, it's a concept car. The Terzo Millennio, in my best Italian accent. It's a concept car, so it'd be cool if they made it, but never seen anything quite like that. Pretty special. Hopefully you liked it. I'll see you on the next one. Happy Friday.